Hello, Divine Collective. We are here today to finish up the Divine Feminine. I read to you the Divine Masculine. The last card we had was a wounded warrior. He's fighting his way back to himself. He's coming back to home. And at this point in time, let's just say home is a self. He's moving there, and he's moving pretty quick. And it looked like he even jumped a couple timelines. He's working to catch up, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, doesn't this just keep coming up? It seems like I'm going to have to look back, and I drew the card before we shut down, and I'm kind of glad I did that because now I know for a fact, and you guys know that I didn't put it here. You saw me shuffle for the male masculine, and it come out during that time, and I decided to turn it over. So you're superstar. You go around kissing trees and hugging dogs, and you just spread your love all over the place, and God loves it, and Mother Nature loves it, and I love it, because the more love you spread around, the more it tempers that nature, that evil nature that's running around trying to break everybody apart. The more love you spread around, the more you tame the wild beast in others. Because the beast really can't, like Beauty and the Beast. That beast cannot go against love and beauty and kindness and gentleness. And you can only really be strong to have soft qualities, because that way they're protected. It's a lion-lamb syndrome. You're lamb, and you're sweet and gentle and beautiful, and everybody wants to touch and pet you. But at the same time, within your own self, you also know you're a lion. If they pet you too hard, you can roar. And so that's the beauty of it all. So we have the star here. This is new ideas, innovation. This is Aquarius, which is air, but funny enough, she's handling water. See that? See that? This is about emotions. Intelligent enough to help people with their emotions. So, Divine Feminine, you are capable of shining the light on people and their emotions and how they really truly feel, where they have to get right down to the nitty gritty and look at themselves, because you put the light all over. And when I say you put the light, I'm talking about you've not allowed yourself to excuse them. You don't excuse things. You actually speak out on it, and that is shining light, Sometimes people don't even know the things they're doing. They're still asleep. But when you are brave enough to speak up and speak out and say, no, that ain't the way it goes. That's not going to be how it happens in my world. My world looks cleaner than that. My world is brighter than that. My world don't use those phrases in that. We're a positive world, we're a loving world, we're a conscious world, we're a awake world, and we see everything. And therefore, there's a need to clean up the lies. You got to clean up the deceit. You got to stand on your own 2 feet and be honorable. Stand in your truth and be strong. Goodness gracious, the star, what can I say? Super bold, super fortunate. Out there, everybody's seeing you. 10 wands to the side. I get from this Divine Feminine that you're healing. This is 10 wands sideways. This is where we ended with him. But it's turned sideways. It's a wounded warrior. What this means is he's fought some battles. He's wounded. He needs to come out and rest now. come to the outside of the ring and take a rest and enjoy the progress the divine masculine has made up to this point, because he come a couple steps up. Divine feminine, you've been through your war and you are now coming full circle to your healing. Even healing after the battle. It's sideways, and I just get the energy off of it that we are healing, and we are healing, right? We are doing our breathing. We are doing our meditation. We do know that we're loved by the universe and blessed by the universe, right? That helped us to heal through all this that we went through, whereas we had to learn a whole lot about ourselves the last couple years, and we had to learn a whole lot about others, right? Right. Learning. Things come out of the darkness that we never dreamed we'd see, and we had to face those things, though, right? We could not run, so we've been battling our end of our battle for the last couple years. Well, my battle over the last 2 years is finally coming to an end. I battled to change myself, and then I had to battle for boundaries. Then I had to battle for change around me to make sure the things around me were in sync with what my heart was doing. And then externally, on the outer forces of my reality, those things had to change as well. And that takes time. That doesn't come about very quick. Doggone it, just throwing them everywhere. You know, guys, I want you to know that I love all you guys for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. This is a hobby for me. I don't plan on making any money off of it, you know. It's just a pastime. It gives me a chance to express myself, my spirituality, to share my world with others, which, you know, I really was desperate to do because I was all alone and I desperately wanted to share what I was learning, and I wanted to be a part of other people's worlds. So if you want to comment and talk to me, I'd really love that. I really love any kind of advice. I don't mind being corrected, and I love ideas. So please open up, talk to me. I might look kind of like hard and cold, but I'm not. I'm really fun, loving, and inviting, and I would like to begin to present more of myself in that fashion. Okay. Okay, so I can't remember where we're at, but we got the divine feminine shining her star, shining her truth, healing. I'm going to get me some better cards this month, circles, but I love the circles. They're easy to fly out of my hands. I'm not sure why. They're kind of small, you see. And I probably shouldn't get so excited and shuffle and pay attention to what I'm doing. But anyway, so we have the healing of her wounded warrior as the divine masculine is working to catch up. And we have 8 of Cups upside down. The divine feminine is no longer running from her masculine. She's no longer walking away. She has stopped walking away from the masculine. Whoa. Or she is soon going to stop walking away from the masculine. Wow. Well, the energy from the masculine who's changing, who's upgrading, who's working on himself and his energy, between the lovers, those who really, really loved each other, and I ain't even going to put a name to it, let's just say those who were meant to be together, and something came in between them and broke them apart. She could be sensing something, feeling it within her that his change is imminent, coming. you know. But keep your boundaries up, ladies. Yeah, my masculine's changed too. And you know how we went through the change, and then they'd run and leave the minute things got difficult, and um, uh, you know, you just didn't know or couldn't trust him about the third party. All these things must be cleared up. Even if you stop pulling away from them for whatever reason, as I actually have my masculine, so it possibly could be a divine order for us to turn around and look back for a minute, not go back, but to look back and look and see, I don't know, the distance that's between us. Um, to to work on sorting out the story for those of us who was never ever able to leave it out of our head. I don't know about some of you, but I've been married for 30 years, and I really thought that we were, going to make it to the end of the world. And then this situation come up, and it's like it threw me for a loop. It really did. It threw me. And it hurt because I thought I would love him forever, right? Right. See, it happens to young, old, middle aged. And when we split up, it was very devastating. But God told me it was for my own good. It was to learn, to teach others what I was worth, right? What you're worth. Your worth matters. Your value, right? And how we value ourselves is how they're going to value us. So God separated me from him so that we could value ourselves. So we could value ourselves. And I did value myself. I began to see that my heart was beautiful. I was kind and gentle. I was somewhat shy and laid back, and God wanted me to get over that and start coming out to the forefront. And that's why I started this channel. Not only that, I could see truths in people that others couldn't see, and God wanted me to start speaking on that as well. So I would have to literally stand up and buck the system, whoever I was talking to, by saying, no, I know that ain't true. And you're not going to lie to me. Don't blow smoke up my ass. Gaslighting, right? So, and I didn't even know I was going through all these things before when I was married to him, only after we separated. And God showed me that I was married to a jerk. God, I didn't even know I was married to a jerk. I keep seeing this circle around my eye right here. It's really weird in the camera. But anyway, I had no idea I was married to a jerk, and I loved him. But then my mom was married to a jerk, you see, so I come from a line of women who settled for less than they were worth. And I was the curse breaker. No more, no more, no more, Good women like me, good women, good big-hearted women who would do anything in their power to help a man, and we've been with drunks and addicts our whole life. No more. No more. I am the curse breaker right here, and I've got my granddaughters, my grandchildren, and I am teaching them to stay away from such things as drinking, drug, and narcissism. Watch for it, watch for it, watch for it. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to be real and let you know that I've been through a situation that probably would have broke most people, and I came through it, and I survived. And I will continue to survive. It looks like I got a circle right here. It's really weird on my video. So let me look at this for a minute. I love you guys. There we go. Let's see if that's a little better. Yeah, I don't see that circle now. It's really weird. Kept distracting me. And so, yeah, we want to be strong. We want to be brave. We want to be courageous. We want to know that we're worthy of something good. And now, today, I know I'm worthy of a good man. Will I ever have a man again? I have no idea. I am not sure. At this point, I love being single. I love having my own space, my own time. I love that I don't have to jump up and do anything for anyone. I'm not obliged. And these are all the things that I felt before, and my family and the women in my family line did as well. So, we're breaking free. We're not doing what we were doing before. It's a new day, a new life for women on this planet, because the divine feminine is rising, and the divine feminine is a powerful creature through love and honor and justice. Got the angel, little sideways, but carrying the lamb through. Protecting the gentleness of the divine feminine is what this is saying, which is very essential for the children and for that which is to come, because our tenderness is not to be exploited. The divine feminine can be very tender. She is sweet. She is empathetic. She is loving, and God does not want her taken advantage of. Our ancestors do not want that. This is a time of change. We've come to a place to where in this world that it is not easy to live, and it's not supposed to be like that. Everything is out there. When you look out into the world, anything one needs is there. It shouldn't be so hard to assess it. Well, God has been protecting us. The divine feminine energy has been under protection, kept pure, kept honorable for the way things are now, because we are beginning to change the world, right? Right, we are. We are. The collective is changing. People's minds are changing. People's thoughts are changing. People are beginning to believe in miracles again, and the possibilities are endless, because there's so many of us out here who have dreamed of having a better life, and we've worked hard to get a better life, and we want to give a better life to our children and our grandchildren. And in order to do that, we have to begin shining the truth everywhere, not just on our partners, but now it's time to shine the truth out into the world. Shine the truth into the government, shining truth into the political world. Not necessarily joining in, but showing the people what's going on. If you know something about politics or anything that's happening in the world that shouldn't be, shining a light on it, because we want to eventually stand up and take our land back, because this land belongs to all of us. This land is my land. This land is your land. Right? It used to belong to the Indians, and then they stole it, and they took it by force, right? War. So this land belongs to all of us and our ancestors too. Okay, so the divine feminine is heading for celebration of bringing her masculine and feminine together in harmony. This is Four of Wands. This is celebration. This is bringing together all the aspects of self that are needed. This is very grounded fire. The trees are wrapped around their hair. They're sitting on trees that are growing in the ground, and their hair is growing with it. Their spirit is very grounded, and not just grounded, but the divine feminines are integrating their spirit with Mother Earth. They're grounding their spirit, their seeds into Mother Earth, and they are becoming fruitful. Yes, they're growing. The thoughts, the ideas, the love that people have been channeling into the earth. When you ground yourself into the earth, you know, when you see the roots growing out of your feet into this planet, everything that you are is joining. So your thoughts, your ideas, you're literally joining yourself to the Mother Earth as if in a marriage, you know, a contract. There we go. Okay, that makes it simpler, as in a contract. And she extends her power to you, and you extend your life power to her, and the two mix together. But what's more beautiful is the most beautiful ideas that you have in your life, in your world, in your body, in your creation come out into the Mother Earth, and you begin to anchor and plant them in. They grow like seeds, right? They're like seeds. I love it. I love it. Celestial Farm Girl, man. And I plant some wonderful ideas. One of my ideas that I have planted is that I want to see everybody receive everything they deserve. You know, I'd like to see every child born to a home. And from there, all resources of the earth available as needed, from food to education, and yeah, even vacations, you know. It's no sense that all the money gets piled up in a pile and hoarded up on top of the hill while they live the great life, and we're down here struggling to pay the rent. You know, and if we don't slave away and pay that rent and take care of our work and bills, then they will punish us like the slaves we are, and we will be thrown out on the corner for everybody to see, homeless, drug addicted, sick, and ill mentally. They don't care. It's not their problem, but it will be, because I've asked God to make it their problem. Right? Right. What do we got here? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Whatever you're doing, Divine Feminine, it's slow work, but it's going to get done. The Knight of Pentacles finishes everything it starts. And Divine Feminines, you're planting seeds that are long time in coming. Kind of like this Jasper egg I got. It'll be a long time for that egg hatches. But I don't give up hope. I keep hoping. I've planted my seeds in this earth too, whereas I want to see every child born with a home. I'm an old woman. I'm going to be going out soon. But I want to know that my great-great-grandchildren will have a place to live without slaving their life away to the people and the wealthy ones on the big hills. The ones they call the elites. And I'm working for that. I plant that. I've talked to God about it in Mother Earth, and they are with me. Nine of Swords. You can rest on that. Nine of Swords. They put swords in everybody's backs. They betray everybody. I mean, think about it. They're not for you. They're not for anybody that falls out and can't make it and lands on the street. They're not putting money into the people, into projects. They're not doing anything. In fact, they're raising everything. Prices are going up. We need a social contract. They should not be allowed to treat us this way and make us pay all the bills of the world while they hoard up the money and buy new yachts. Hello.
Hey, are these chicken nuggets?
Yes, they're jalapeno nuggets.
Can I have some?
Sure, honey, sure.
Thank you.
That was my granddaughter. It's her lunchtime. Sorry about the interruption. But we want to crack a few eggs. If you want to make a scrambled eggs, you got to crack a few eggs, right? And it's time things got scrambled up a little bit. And I think the Divine Feminine's mission on this planet is to invest as much love into this planet as she can and to shine her truth on any kind of deceit or deception and stand strong in her truth on her boundaries. And this proves a point to everybody. And why? Because they understand, you cannot fool with what is right. When you stand up for what is right, you can't be moved. If God is with you, there's no way you're going to be moved. You see that? That's a fight right there. It's a conflict. It's hard, isn't it, to stand up in truth for what's right? It's hard to speak out and say, I saw what you did. It's hard, isn't it? It takes practice, divine feminine. You have a divine masculine inside of you. God did that to protect you. That you could protect yourself with your strength, your power, your words. And the same, the divine masculine has a soft side in him, whereas he can use that to reason and contemplate and consider things before he fights. And we also have a divine masculine in us that is strong enough to do anything if it stands up in truth. When you stand in truth, God will stand with you, and you do not let anybody undermine you. And let me tell you, you are a powerhouse to be reckoned with. I am in my crone stage. I am a powerhouse to be reckoned with, and I know it. I'm a boss, thanks to God, thanks to the things that were in my life that at the time I thought were horrible. But now when I look back and I know who I am right now, I understand. I understand God had to bring out the best in me, and the best in me couldn't come out until I saw what I was worth. Ten of Swords. It was right side up, too. I turned it upside down. I don't know why. But it's the end of those days where we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of and think we have to be nice and kind and gentle to those around us, regardless of how they act, because that's not true. Because if you're a light worker, if you walk in the light, you bring the light, you claim God's light, then and you claim God's truth, then you got to stand in it. And if you see people doing wrong, stealing, cheating, messing around, doing things they're not supposed to, in your honor and virtue, you're supposed to stand and let them know that you saw that. I see you. I see you messing up the world. I see you spreading shit all over the place. I see you lying. I see you. And what happens? Oh my God. They're like, what? Yeah, call the narc out. Call the narcissist out. Call them out. Be strong. Be brave. Be bold. I'm only where I'm at now because I'm into it for a few years, right? Sigma empath here. You ain't gonna put nothing past me. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I am here to shine the light on anything that you're doing that's going to disrupt the family, that's going to disrupt my life. If I see you in my life acting out, I'm going to call you out, bro, sis. Now, I'm not hard because I like being hard. I used to be naive and gentle and accept everything in my life, but I can't do that anymore because it broke my heart. Right? Okay, one more card. So we got to be tough. We got to be fortune favors the bold. We want to tell our truth and stand in it strongly. Especially against people who would hurt us, deceive us, lie to us, cheat us. We got to teach them what honor looks like. We teach them what honor looks like, right? Exactly. We are the new dark knights. We are God's knights. We are out here in the world spreading God's love, showing God's love, using God's love, but we also got the sword of truth with us as our protection. Yeah, I'm full of love. Watch out. Watch what you're going to do. Don't you try to get over on me. I'll pull my sword on you. I'll pull my sword, and that's the truth. When I say that's the truth, that's what I'm saying. You start telling people, I saw you. I know what you did. I talked to what's and what's, and they told me this. Is that true? Did you do that? Are you doing this? Is this what you want in your life? You know? And then if that's what they want, what do? We walk away. That's funny. If that's what they want, we walk away. We do not compromise our values, our goddessness, our high vibe. We do not compromise the good things we feel inside of ourselves to drop down to a lower level and to mess around with people like that. But our job as a teacher, as a mother, as a lover, as an enlightened creature is to make sure we shine that light so they see. Because if you don't show them, then you too take responsibility. You will take responsibility for that. It's as much your fault as theirs. Once you know what's going on and you don't tell them, then you're a part of it. You're agreeing with it. Don't agree with it. 10 of Cups. That's what you get when you don't agree with it. You laugh about it. After you've had to tell somebody often what you think, you go to your room and you laugh. And you be proud of yourself. And humble before God, of course, always. But when we're talking God, God is power. And, if God thinks you're doing, God is a humble God. God really is very humble. He lives inside of us. We walk with him. But if we get to that place to where other people are not, doing the right thing, then we come out of our humble seat and we speak the truth. Then we sit back down in our humble seat again. And that is powerful. That's powerful. And yeah, you don't stay mad or anything. And it's not even done in anger. You speak truth in a quiet, voice to let them know, what you think and feel, or even a loud voice. It don't even matter. And then you turn around and walk away. You don't fight with them anymore. You just tell them the truth and leave. 7 of Wands. Defend yourself against the opposition. Tenacity, brave, forcefulness, fight, stand your ground in a favorable position. So stand your ground, Divine Feminine. I don't know why I'm getting that you're in a fight and battle right now, but stand your ground because you are in a favorable position. Okay? All right, now we're going to see what God has to say. Wow. Lots of fire going on. 7 of Wands, Divine Feminine, standing her ground. She's got the high position. And the Divine Masculine is a wounded warrior. And let's hope and see what God has to say about the situation. Hoping that this battle is over. I have the Gaia deck for God and what God thinks. And I've got a new formula coming out here soon that I'm going to do that might be a little bit more interesting for everybody. But I haven't quite got it figured out yet, so bear with me. I love you guys. And I love this card, Integrity. This is on the bottom of God's deck. Integrity. Okay, I haven't even turned God's card over. Let's do this. What do we got? Is that the Fool? God is having or seeing or thinking about new beginnings, a new adventure for the planet Earth. God is ready to start a new adventure. Looking at the sun, truth, success. Wow. God is ready to bless this planet. God is ready to bring about a more peaceful way of life on this planet. What will God have to say to us, Mother Earth, Father of Righteousness, Galaxy of Gaia, Mother Nature, all the forces that surround us that give us life? And we get to scribe again. God would say, make a diary of your life, to walk in integrity, to be and bring about the transition in your life as your own hero. Be proud of yourself, love yourself. Write down your journey so that you can see from month to month, week to week, year to year, the cycles that you go through and experience. Write them down. Write down what you think God is talking to you, or excuse me, not think. When you feel God is talking to you, write these things down. Tell your stories. Give your stories to your children, your grandchildren, that they might learn from them. Share yourself more with your family. Turn off the TV. Turn off the music. And sit together. Just to be there, even if it's only for 5-10 minutes. God says, begin to make your family an adventure. Of which it is, because they'll be with you all the way from now till old age, till when you die. Make sure they know they're special, but do it in a way to where they bring that they know you too are special. So that means you have boundaries. They know, they know that there are certain things they can do, and this teaches them respect for other people, children, adults. It don't matter. Boundaries are very important, God says. Hey, God even put a boundary up against us getting into heaven, right? Okay, everybody don't know that, but we've been in darkness since the death of Jesus. So, God put boundaries up against the people. And now we're seeing what it's like to have God into our life and how much better it was and is than without God in our life. So, and now I'm going to get the book because I want to read it. Okay, it's 12 of Air. That's Knight of Swords. 12 of Air, describe knowledge. God has knowledge. Yeah. A tradition, history, personal history, preservation, and censorship. Well, that does pretty much sound like God. Look for unbiased sources. Be objective and seek multiple perspectives. Visit the library or archives or the Akashic records if it's spiritual. Value the written word by writing things down. Document your life journey. Make multiple copies of your files. Censor yourself. Guard your personal information. So, don't tell them anything too much, just enough, to make a conversation. Keep your boundaries up. Guard yourself. Watch yourself, God says, because you are very special. Those of you who are walking the narrow road, who are walking in truth, who are walking in love, who are walking in peace, and who are working to change this world into a better place. God needs you to protect yourself and protect your boundaries because your energy is very valuable. It's not just your energy, it belongs to God Almighty, the Most High, the Creator of Source of all things. And He is using it in the collective consciousness to help all of us work towards change. Right, right. What else would you have to say? Creator of creation, Source, God. What message would you bring to us? It's the egg. God says He's waiting for the egg to crack as well. Into the new spirit, into the new world, into the new life. I love this picture. The golden egg. Yeah. What does this mean? Da 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 da. Let me see, the golden egg. Now, what did it contain? You know, nobody ever told us what was in the golden egg that Jack and the Beanstalk stole. We just know it was a golden egg and it was very, very valuable. So, this is 13, one of my favorite numbers, if that's 13. This is 8. Death and rebirth, number 8. Really? Huh. 5, 6, 7, 8. Death and rebirth. Make sure I got that in there. Isn't that lovely? Endings, beginnings, cycles, transformation, transmutation, change, growth. Let go of the past. The future is unknowable. Change is unavoidable. There is no going back. Allow yourself to mourn the past. Death, rebirth is a gradual process. Shed your skin. The dark night of the soul. Allow innocence to be reborn. Focus on the short-term future, a change in beliefs, attitude, or behavior. That's basically changing the world. As I was saying, God is on a new adventure, and His quest is to bring a new change into our world, to bring fresh new life. That's what that egg means. It's a seed, the seed of new life. Against all odds, being born out of the death of the old. When the old dies, the new is born. Even God says He's a newborn. God says, I'm born anew as well. We're all going to be born anew. And we're all going to change. We're going through death and rebirth. It is not an easy cycle, nor is it an easy phase. But acceptance of it will make it the transition easier. I understand, I died over the last 2 years. I died the minute I knew my husband and I were broken. We had broken apart. I remember the exact date. I remember the time. I remember everything. And I died that day. And I have been working over the last 2 years to give birth to a new me that would be able to live with myself and be happy, because my self-worth was very important, and it is to you too, whether you know it or not. And you need to know that you're worthy of being treated good, that you're worthy of love, you're worthy of dignity, you're worthy of time, you're worthy of attention, and you're worthy of peace. You're worthy of peace, and that peace comes from being able to trust those around you. When you trust those around you, when you know they're going to do the right thing, you live in peace. And that is a wonderful thing. I love you guys. I just want to say I love you. Please like, subscribe to my channel if you're still here. If you're still here, then yeah, you like it a little bit. So come on, you can do it. I'm going to pull one more card on God. God is out on a new adventure. He's changing stuff up. He's looking to shine the light. You know, he is shining the light. But he's shaking up the world, man. He's shaking us up. He's bringing out the new. You know, we've gotten so stagnant and unbalanced in our world. And it's not to say it's all our fault because we only followed the leader, but really it is when we have a choice and we follow the leader, we're giving up our freedom to others. And this is what we want to bring back. God wants to bring you back into your sovereign individual dignity. You are a sovereign being, an individual image of God, an individual image of God. God dreamed you in an image, and here you are in the image of God who dreamed you to be. Make the most of it. You're powerful. You're beautiful. You have things inside of you you have no idea. Explore yourself. You are like the earth. You're full of all kinds of gems and jewels inside of you that will make your life exciting. You'll feel young at 63 because you'll find new things out about yourself. And new is growth. You're like, right on, I could do this. Right on, I could do that. What we got here, we have the Six of Pentacles. This dude looks like he wants to give you something. This is God making offerings out to us, bringing us balance. That's six. Six is a harmonic note. It's balance. Now let me read the card for this. You know, he's offering you things. You know, he looks happy to do it. He's got chains on him. I don't understand this card. I'm going to read. Six of Pentacles. There we go. Family, community, providence, protection, dependability, responsibility, duty, service, self-sacrifice, and martyrdom. Well, I don't believe in martyrdom myself. I don't go there. But with all the other words, the self-sacrifice, sometimes yes, service and duty, responsibility. This is responsibility and duty to family. Give love, care, and support. Lead by example. A time of sharing. Learn about nature. Important matters need attention. Protect the animals, forests, and oceans. Help for the right reasons. So God is telling us we need to step up. You know, step out of your chains. He's chained there, but he don't care. He's offering good things anyway. He's offering the good anyway. So God's saying you've got to step up and lead by example. Be who you want. Be the change you want to see. Put it in yourself. And love your transformation. Love it as you're transforming. Love it as you're changing. Write it down. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And you're reborn into a whole new person. I don't know what is better, sitting in a chair watching TV all day or finding out this beautiful world surrounds you and is in you. And, you have access to all kinds of stuff. Spiritual worlds, miniature worlds, particle worlds, quantum worlds. Woo! It's all about perception. See that? It's how you perceive things. It's how you perceive things. I know what that means, perception. How do you see things? Do you see yourself as, the end of your life and, you're just going to sit around and just let things go by and you're not going to make any choices and you're not going to fuss and you're not going to bitch. You're just going to be depressed and sit back and let everybody do what they want to do. No, you're not. You're going to jump up and say to yourself, I am going to do something to make myself excited and happy, right? Even if you can only do it one time a week for a month, and then you can do it 2 times a week for a month, and then 3 times a week for a month. Let's see where we're at. Perception. 21. Perception. Perception, understanding, worldview, opinion of self, clarity, objectivity. Perception shapes your worldview. Understand what your senses tell you. Knowledge and understanding are limited. Changed perception cannot be unchanged. Is your perception clouded? Take the high ground. Seek a new perspective. Challenge your perception. Who influences your perception? Do you have all the facts? Represent yourself honestly. Watch for false perception. And that's your job. Watch for the fakers. Call them out. Charge them with having to do the right thing. As we walk for God through this world, through this place, we must shine the light continuously and as often as we can, because every time we do that, we change the world. And we're changing the world. It's changing. And with that being said, I just want you guys to know I love you and have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye.